Right guys, welcome back to another video, and I've got a real fun build for you today. It's really unusual and I want you to watch to the end because I want you to name these. So I am going to sell this project and I'm going to use this on all the selling platforms, and you guys are going to have the privilege of naming them for me. Bit of fun, but it's a fantastic build. It's something that's a bit wacky, a bit different. I don't know if you've seen these before. I've seen something similar and I'm just putting my own spin to it. So what I'm using here is some of that cut 1x8 pine I've still got hanging about. I'm right down to the bones on that now. And this is sort of the ideas, what I've got going through my head, what I'm just sketching out here. Now, with any sort of wood that's cut and bowed and warped, all that kind of stuff, just be careful how you cut them. Make sure you take extreme care while putting them through the saw. You don't want kickbacks, that kind of stuff. So nice and easy here. I like these camera angles. Look at that for the camera angle. Really enjoying sort of doing the filming bits of this. If there's anything you see on the videos that you want me to improve on, please let me know in the comments. So as you can see there, this is like two separate boards I've sort of chopped up. There was some spare I had off a different board and a board I pulled off the back, and they're sort of different sort of sizes, so bear that in mind. On different, planks, you might get them all the same, but they might actually be different dimensions. So this is the Evolution R255 TBLX Plus. I did a sort of unboxing review, so I'm going to put it through its paces on this video. I've not put the upgrade kit on it yet. I'm just going to use it for a couple of projects first, just to see how it sort of performs with the stock blade it comes with, riving knife and plate. So this project was all about having fun. It's just having fun with woodworking. You can get out the garage, get in your shed, get in your garage, get out and about. Get out of the house and make something to sell, make something that you can give away to sort of friends and family, that kind of thing. So there you can see sort of there how much cupping there is on that board. So I just want to say a massive thanks to all the people that have subscribed to the channel lately, and all my normal subscribers and people who comment and give me the thumbs up, and a massive thank you to all the new channel members. I will start putting a little thing up on the screen for channel members further on after the new year. So here I'm just marking out. Just taking it nice and easy. I'm not rushing. I think I've got over that thing now where I'm, constantly rushing all the time with my builds. So I had a few names in mind for this project, but Shelley won't let me use the names. I was going to name them after me lad and his wife, but she said no. She's put her foot down and said no, so I'm going to let you guys name them. So this saw, it seems to, with this stock blade, it's a multi-material blade, seems to be sort of cutting really well, but I'm going to put a standalone wood cutting blade in there. If you use a lot of pallet wood, that kind of stuff, that multi-use, multi-material blade would be fantastic. So another thing, what's going to be happening new on the channel is a lot of you guys have probably seen all these tool reviews I've been doing lately, and I put something out on a poll, and a lot of you don't mind me doing the tool reviews, but I don't like, if I'm going to be totally honest with you, I don't like doing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be stopping doing the tool reviews. What I will be doing is if somebody wants to send me a tool and I can use the tool in a video, I can do it that way rather than doing a video on its own of a tool review, because I think it's unfair to you. You need to see it in use. You need to see it working and operational. You need to see things being made with that tool. And that's how I like to buy my tools anyway. And plus, to be honest, all boils down to I just don't enjoy doing them reviews. So I don't mind talking about tools in the videos, like this Melith drill I've got here, what I'm using. It's fantastic. So just take it nice and easy here. I'm just screwing it in on the side here. It was a bit tricky because what happened here was the wood, because it was all cupped and everything, it was a bit tricky to sort of like get together. And this is what you get with woodworking. Like, if I was making an high-end piece of furniture or box, I wouldn't be using cupped or wood, or I'd get it level. But I'm making just a project out of pine, so you can use these. But what this sort of teaches you to do, it teaches you workarounds. Some people will call it bodges, but you can work around things. You learn how to get through a project. So there might be that project where you need to work around, and if you use stuff like this, sometimes I find it invaluable because you can sort of work around little things that you come up against, and that's all good like that there. I used the spreader clamp to open it up because of the cup in it. It pulled it in too much, and it worked. It worked fine. So you've all had this. It's that time where you're just charging. So these saws here, they're absolutely fantastic, these Temple Tools saws. And there is a link in the description for a discount code off Temple. Like, I use that tool, so you get what I mean. You actually see me using that tool on a video. So I don't mind telling you about that tool and trying to negotiate a deal with that company to get a discount for you. I like the tool. I can highly recommend it. So what I'm using the saw for here is I've got a weird cut I've got to make, and I can't run it through the table saw because of the cupping on the wood. So I've got to score a line in on an angle because I'm making an angled cut right the way through. So I've got to use this saw to do it. And it does it without fuss, you know. Again, it's practice. I was out my line a little bit, you know, but it didn't matter as long as I got the back portion of the cut spot on. It didn't matter where the blade sort of went, if that made sense. Makes sense. You'll see at the end what I mean. And don't forget, guys, if you would subscribe to the channel if you like what we do. Subscribe, hit the notifications so you don't miss the videos. I'm trying to build the channel up now. So this was just a piece of old mahogany table I had. Some scrap antique table that I couldn't fix. I need a new cutter. See it smoking there a little bit. So I'm just using that for the plugs just to give this a bit of contrast. So if you guys know of any good, decent plug cutters out there I can get, please drop it into the comments because that would be appreciated. I might put it on my Christmas list for Shelley, you know, Christmas stocking list. So I'm just adding a bit of detail into the project now. I don't know if you guys have guessed what I'm making yet. So I've just got to be really careful here with the jigsaw because my fingers are sort of quite nearest to it, but what I'm doing there, I'm just being really mindful of where the blade is, where my fingers are, that kind of stuff. I will have my bandsaw out hopefully next week in this work area, so for little things like this, I can use the bandsaw. So I'm just freehanding a bit of a design on here. It doesn't matter. You can do this to whatever design you want. You know, you can make these. Every single one of these that you make will be different. And this is a real good project to sell. And I've also got, when you see this project in the end, it's given me a few more good ideas of projects I can do off the back of this. Whether it be a lighting project, down them sort of lines. So yeah, I'm glad I've done this all in all. So again, I'm just using more of the scrap wood up. There's something really satisfying about using all the bits of scrap up, isn't there? So again, I'm just going nice and slow, just following the line, just on the outside of the line there. And this, somebody recommended I get one of these multi-tools, and it was Ray and Sandy Stewart. And he put it in a comment, get a multi-tool. You see me doing this with the little saw. Now, when I use the little Japanese saw to cut these, I have got arthritis, and holding that little handle is a bit of a pain sometimes. But he recommended I get one of these, and do you know what? It's absolutely fantastic. I've got to have a bit more practice with it, but it's fantastic. So shout out to Ray there. And it was just took the time and effort out of it, really did. So nothing with this project. Like I say, this is like one of them learning projects. Nothing has to be accurate, or it has to be sort of millimetre perfect. It doesn't have to be that. It can be whatever you want it to be. It's a fun project, and I reckon this could be a real good selling project. So where it was all cut and out of whack, you know, it just made bits of it stick out here and there. So I'm just trying to tidy it up as best as I can here. Get the magic stick on the belt here. It's amazing that, again. Course, taking it easy. Everything gets sanded. I think I finish all the sanding to a 180 grit in the end. Oh well, I don't think, I know it's a 180 grit. And then I just soften all the corners over with an hand sand. I didn't need the router on this project. So just make sure everything just gets a good going over, and it's these little bits of finishing that you're doing that's gonna like make your project stand out from the crowd. Yeah, it was I really enjoyed making it. You know, you get these projects sometimes where, you know, that are exceptional enjoyment you get out of them, and that's what this was. I mean, I enjoy doing all my projects, my build projects, but some are better than others, and this, I just absolutely loved it. I just kept visualizing it in my head as I was making it, and it, you know, and it was putting a smile on my face because I knew what it was going to come out like. You can see the gap there on the top where, you know, it was cooked, but that's fine. That doesn't matter. If you're making these to sell, though, make sure your boards are straight, because you don't want to send it out to a customer like that, unless it's a rustic piece, of course. So these hinges here, these are all I had in. I weren't going to go out. I had to use these up anyway. So I thought I'd just use them on this project to see how it'd come out. I could have got better hinges than that, if I'm perfectly honest with you, but it's what I had, and this is what you do, what you'd have to hand. I'm just using up stuff that's been lying about for absolutely ages. So I'm just taking my time here again, making sure everything's nice, solid and secure. And it's cold in the workshop, so I thought I'd get the blower out. Just be safe, guys, with the blowtorch. And this is just going to add another little dimension to the actual project. I was umming and ahhing about burning the old projects, blowtorching it all, but you know, I had second thoughts and I thought, no, I'm just going to give it the odd detail with it. So always make sure it's switched off, gas is switched off, that kind of thing. Put it to one side and make sure it's cooled down properly. And I'm just going over, just giving it a light sand over, just to get the excess sort of soot off. And then any clean up now, just cleaning up little sort of rough edges that when I was making it sort of in my head, you know, things I didn't think about. So I'm just going along there doing that. So you get 2 coats of Danish oil. I can't wait for you to see these when they're done. Wear gloves when you're using any sort of finishing stuff. So that Danish oil, although it's going on like a bit yellowy orange there, it will dry up clear. Dries up nice and light. It's not that sort of deep in colour. Any guesses yet, guys? And then I'm just wiping all the excess away. And then I just leave it to dry naturally. I'll just leave it overnight. So here they are, finished. 2 boxes. Gremlins, whatever you want to call them. Got teeth, got eyes, got feet. They've got hair, they've got little quiffs there. But you guys name them. I want you to name them. Put it down in the comments. Give them names. Let's have a bit of fun with it, and I'll use that. I'll pick a winner and I'll use that as I'm sort of marketing them and selling them on Instagram or wherever I sell them. But how cool are they? I love them. Let me know what you think, guys. If you've enjoyed this project, I think it was a real fun project. I'm really glad I made this. And I'm going to make these again, but with lights and all these different things off the back of them. Trust me, I really enjoyed it. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. And thank you for watching. You're all amazing.